Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Shweta Sharma, and in this video we're going to discuss the doctor types. In the previous videos we discussed about some doctors like a gynecologist, an ophthalmologist, a dermatologist, an obstetrician, and so on. In this video we're going to discuss the rest of them. When I say the rest of them, the first one that comes to my mind is none other than the one who treats our little heart. Yes, you guessed it right. It's a cardiologist. A cardiologist is a person who studies or treats or helps in healing a human heart. Cardiologist is a person who performs the surgery or studies about a human heart. Similarly, a doctor or a specialist who treats our mind is referred as a psychiatrist. Psychiatrist comes from the word roots psyche, iatria, and ist, ist. Psyche refers to mind, iatria refers to medical healing, and ist is a person. So psychiatrist is a person who helps in healing the human mind. Whereas when I talk about a psychologist is a word that comes from the root words psyche, logos, and ist. Psyche refers to mind, logos refers to study or science, and ist refers to a person who. So a person who studies about a human mind is referred as a psychologist, whereas a person who treats a human mind or helps in medical healing of a human mind is referred as a psychiatrist. Similarly, when we have pain in our nerves, we always visit a neurologist. When we have issues with our teeth, we always visit an orthodontist. When our child is suffering from some pain in the bones, we always go to an orthopediatrician. So these are the doctors we're going to cover today in this video. Let's get back to the root words now. So the first root word we are covering is cardia. Cardia is an English word, whereas cardia is a Latin word. Cardia refers to heart. When I say a person is a cardiologist, that means the root words are cardia, logos, and ist. Cardia refers to heart, logos is study or science, ist refers to a person who. Whereas cardiology is a noun form, it's a subject which is studies. Cardiology again comes from cardia and logos. Cardia refers to heart, logos is study or science. The next word we're learning out of cardia is a cardiogram. Cardiogram is basically a word that comes from cardia and gram. Gram means the measurement or the record, and cardia means heart. So cardiogram basically is an electrically produced record of the heartbeat. Similarly, cardiograph comes from the root words cardia plus graphene. Graphene refers to right, cardia refers to heart. So when I say cardiograph, I talk about the instrument that produces this record. So these are the words we covered out of cardia. Similarly, the next word root is orthos. Orthos refers to straighten or to correct. When I say orthopedist, orthopedist comes from the root words orthos, pedos, and child. Pedos and ist. Orthos refers to straighten or correct. Pedos refers to child. Ist refers to person who. So a person who straightens or corrects a child. Child, when we refer to, that means the bones of a child. A newborn baby, or maybe a baby who's just 6 to 7 months old, is referred as a person who treats those babies, is an orthopedist. Similarly, orthodontics comes from the root words orthos, odontus, and ic. Ic is an adjective suffix. Orthos refers to straighten or to correct. Odontus refers to tooth. So orthodontist is a person. Orthodontics is an adjective form for the word root orthos, whereas an orthodontist is a person who actually helps in treating the tooth or the teeth. Orthodontist comes from the root words orthos, odontus, and ist. Orthos is to straighten or correct. Odontus is referring to tooth, whereas ist refers to person who. So these are the three words we covered out of orthos. The next word root we are covering is neuron. Neuron refers to nerves. Neurology is a subject that deals with the study of nerves. So neuron plus logos, that is nerves plus science or study. Neurology comes down to the root words as neuron and logos. Neurologist is a person who studies about the nerves. So that is a neuron plus logos and ist are the three root words. Now there are few more word roots which are attached to neuron. For example, if I attach the word root osis, which refers to an abnormal condition or a disease, is referred as neurosis. Neuron plus osis gives the word as neurosis. Neurosis is an abnormal condition in the nerves due to the heavy bones. Similarly, neuritis, it is referred to the inflammation of the nerves or inflammation or irritation caused in the nerves, maybe due to some pain or some kind of issues in the nerves. That is neuritis. When I refer to the word neuralgia, again I refer to the pain of the nerves. Algos is the word root for pain. Neuron and algos gives the word as neuralgia. Neurotic refers to the adjective form of the neurosis. When I add neurosis plus IC, I refer to this word neurotic. Neurotic is an adjective. So these are the words we learnt out of neuron. Next word root is psyche. Psyche refers to spirit, soul or mind. The first word we are covering out of psyche is psychology. Psychology is basically the subject that deals with the study of science, or the science that deals with the study of spirit, soul or mind. Psychiatrist comes from the root words psyche, iatria and ist. Psyche refers to mind, iatria is a medical healing, and ist refers to person who. So psychiatrist is a person who helps in the medical healing of mind or soul or maybe the spirit. Next word is psychopathy. Now, psychopathy comes from the root words psyche and pathos. Pathos refers to feelings or sufferings. So, when I call somebody to be a psychopath, that means I'm referring to the person's mind as not working in a normal condition. A person whose mind or spirit is not in a good condition of working is referred as a psychopath, and the noun form is psychopathy. Similarly, psychologist. Psychologist is a word that comes if we add an ist to the word psychology. Psychology comes from psyche, logos and ist. A person who studies about the human mind is a psychologist, whereas a person who helps in the medical healing of a mind is a psychiatrist. So this is the difference that you're learning between the psychologist and a psychiatrist. Next word is again an important one, which refers to psychosomatic. Psychosomatic comes from the root words psyche, soma and ic. Psyche is mind, soma is body and ic is adjective suffix. That means when your mind and body, they're trying to work in harmony, that is called psychosomatic. Your mind and body, your mind and soul are working together. So these are the words we covered out of psyche. So we've covered 4 word roots in this video. One is CARDIA, the other is neuron, orthos and psyche. And again, these word roots gave birth to a lot more other words other than just the doctors. So I hope you liked this video. If you really liked it, please do like, share, subscribe and comment. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.